I've got your back.
So presumably these Imperials right now are just out on mop-up, and that they will be coming by in a little bit to secure it. So I think we can probably call Glim and be on our way back to I checked it. Be on our way back to the Imperial camp on the other end of Eastmarch. I think we'll just ride directly across to there. That's what we'll do. Directly across. We're not going to bother with the roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. But we do need Glim. Glim? Whoa, Glim. Should we eat some dinner? We probably should eat some dinner. Let's do that now. Alta wine, grilled leeks, mammoth cheese bowl, and a salmon steak.
Huh?
Ha! Found you!
Oh, I guess Glim decided to take the road. That's very cute of you, Glim. Okay, so let me just check. We'll have to cross the bridge, I think, and then head across the outback. Oh, and let's do a thing here really quick while we're here. Probably be the last time that we come past this place in this particular LP. No, not that. This. Whoops, I just ate one. Well, crap. In honor of our dear friend, Arender.
Still here.
Good to know, Lydia. Alright. So then I imagine tomorrow will be the day. The final confrontation. The big kahuna. The ultimate whatever. The last stand. The battle to end all battles. Not really. Really, it's just Naig, concluding her story and the Civil War being brought to an end in Skyrim. Which, again, we could potentially lose, but it sure looks like we've got this thing all but sewn up. Far be it from me to conclude something before it's actually done, but I feel like we're close. That was a spider, but I don't really... Whoa, shit! Ah! Oh, I'm sorry, Glim. Should be more careful where I'm going. Hey, you know what? Since we're right here, a little prayer at the Atronax Stone, I think, is in order. Naig's birth sign. Oh, hang on, Lydia, hang on. That's a cool image right there. So what are we fighting? We're not fighting anything.
I've got
Okay.
your back.
Can we go right across here? What is this? This doesn't look natural. It's not natural. What the hell is it? Skeletons. Damn it. Hang on. Hang on. I have something for this. I have something for this. Where is it? Where is it? Haha! Yeah, so a commenter pointed out, and I'm sorry I forget who it was that said it. I would give you credit if I knew. But a commenter pointed out that Styr, back during the Potema quest, I thought he gave me like a spell... Oh shit. I thought he gave me a spell book that like had the Turn Undead spell in it. Or that he gave me a spell scroll. He did not. He gave me, a commenter pointed out, he gave me the actual spell. It was not in any other menu other than... Oh, he's immune to paralyze. Okay, well you guys just blew him to Kingdom Come. Oh, there's another one? Shit. I'll help. Lydia. Where... Oh, you took care of it already. Okay, hang on. Be right there. Whoa! Anyway, what the hell is this place? Is there anything here that tells me what the hell I'm dealing with? No journal or anything? Or a chest? Apparently not, just some old ruins, okay. Anyway, yeah, the commenter pointed out, like, no, you actually have the spell. You just don't realize it. And I was like, oh. Well, I finally got to use it. Well, that's good. So there's something. And I haven't previously seen that part of Eastmarch, I don't think. And there's a goddamn bear. Oh, there's goddamn 2 bears. Yeah. The old 1-2 punch from that bear. Okay, Glenn, wait here. Just wait right there. Why are my arms all off? There we go. Peter, could use some help. Paralyzed, could use some help. Who did I paralyze? I paralyzed my goddamn Atrodac. Yes. Again with the Walking Dead thing. Doing this again. It's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that all of a sudden. Frequently, too. Just don't get it. Oh, and a synergy skill point. Where is Glim? When in doubt. I see
I'm right
burdens.
behind you.
I don't see Glim. Glim? What are you doing way over there? Big goofball. Okay, let's... Well, we're making some progress. That's good. Alright, onward. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Oh, Jesus, a giant. Okay, just go right past the giant. I should probably just make Peter before I use him more than anything else than the Rouges at this point. Thanks, Peter. Glim, stop. It's okay. We took care of it. I think. Didn't we? It's hard to tell where the hell you are at night. Oh God. That's not a good sign. Can we find the road? Oh, good, there's a lantern. Oh, look where we are. Perfect. Wow. I could not have planned that better if I'd tried. Nicely done, Anig. Let's see if Glim can fit through this way. He can. Or she can, rather. Couldn't fit through that way on the way down, though. Oh wait, I want to go this way. Hey Fox, come hang out at the camp if you want. We're going to be singing songs and stuff. Maybe not, but... Whew, well, that was a hell of a day, huh? I wonder if we're going to have to deal with the whole Rika won't talk to us bug, with the whole Riften battle being restarted. Oh my God.
When are we going to see some action?
Glim, look the other way. Those horses are being dirty. Okay, they've stopped. You two. That's Pamela and Tommy Lee. Those are the two horses right there. Okay, well, we already ate. So really, let's just try talking to Legged Rika. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to have any luck, but we'll see. I imagine I may have to debug this like I did the time we did the Riften campaign, but we'll check it out. Legged Rika.
Good job. I knew I gave the mission to the right person.
Thanks. Can I report for duty?
Something to report?
I can't, of course.
Until next time.
Oh, man. Oh, that's rich.
Still here.
That's fucking rich. Okay. I know what I need to do. I'm going to do it off camera. Okay, so let's read then. We'll read, we'll go to bed, and then tomorrow will be X Day. Beautiful night again. Gorgeous night again. Do some reading. We will read... what are we reading? We've read all of the Myth and Religion series. We have only one book of Races of Tamriel and one book of the Wanderer's Tales to read. So let's read this one first. We'll save the Tale of Movarth for last. Let's look at Shaldor's insights. Oh. That's unintelligible to us. Although it is intriguing, and Nag finds that interesting. If you'd like to know what it means, we'll have to give it to Urag and find out. That's a very cool book cover, too. Even on the spine. Cool. Okay. Okay. Anyway, what was I, Races of Tamriel. Book 2 on Myr. Again, guys, this will be the end of a video. If you want to skip ahead, feel free. This is, of course, done by the gentleman who does the Elder Lore podcast. It's part of the Wanderer's Tale mod, which he created himself, and you can find on the Steam Workshop. This is Races of Tamriel, Book 2 on Myr by Carrick Osman. The elves came to Tamriel from the mythical island realm of Aldmeris, sometimes called Old Elnofey, sometime before the beginning of written history. After arriving in this new world, the elves spread themselves out across all the lands of the continent, eventually evolving away from each other and becoming their own people. The histories of the different subspecies of elves are as varied as the people themselves, all of which will be outlined now. Altmer. To the Cyrodiils they were the High Elves. The Ayleids called them Salakche. In their own tongue they were Altmer, which translates to the cultured people. They consider themselves the most civilized of cultures in Tamriel, with some justice. The common language of Tamriel is based on Altmeri speech and writing. Most of the realms advanced in art, law, and science are owed to the Altmer. They are also the most proficient in the magical arts. Rather than temper their greatness with humility, however, the Altmer are proud and snobbish. They look down on the less civilized races, and as such, have earned much animosity from the people of Tamriel. The High Elves are believed to be the closest relatives of the Aldmer, the first race of elves that traveled to Tamriel's shores from ancient Aldmeris and settled in Somerset Isle. Ayleids. Also known as the Ancient Ones, the Wild Elves, or the Heartland High Elves, the Ayleids were the first race of Tamriel to establish an empire. In early years, they left their ancestral homes in Somerset Isle and struck east into the heartlands of what is now known as Cyrodiil. There they built their empire, which was centered around the Temple of the Ancestors, which afterwards became the Imperial City. They enslaved the local Nidic tribes and used them as laborers, and in some places torture sports. At its height, the Ayleid Empire was vast. Eventually, they would be overthrown when their Nidic slaves revolted, with help from the Nords in Skyrim. It is possible that a few Ayleids still live in hiding, but by and large, many believe they were eradicated. Bosmer. The Bosmer, alternatively called Wood Elves, Boiche, and Sap Tree People, are a race of elves that settled in Valenwood, across the sea from Somerset Isle. They rebelled against the stiff, formal traditions of High Elven culture, and sought out a more simple and peaceful existence in harmony with nature. They live by a strict code known as the Green Pact, which disallows them from eating or using any products made from the vegetation of Valenwood. They have been known to eat each other in certain cases, possibly during religious ceremonies. Bosmer have also been documented participating in what is called the Wild Hunt, during which large numbers of them shapeshift into a horde of feral beasts that stampede and devour all in their path, before turning on each other. The Wild Hunt and the Green Pact are both symbols of their reverence and dependence on their patron deity Yfra, god of the forest. Dwemer. The, quote, people of the deep, translated to Dwemer, are an old and mysterious race of elves. They left Somerset and traveled east, like the Ayleids, but went further before settling in Dwemerith, which is nowadays called Morrowind. Their vast underground network of cities stretched far beyond the borders of Dwemerith, however, and their ruins have been found in Hammerfell, High Rock, and Skyrim. Their society and culture is very different than any of the other elven races, as the Dwemer do not worship conventional gods. They devoted themselves to free thinking, scientific research, engineering, and arcane magic. In the First Era year 700, they disappeared. Dunmer. Another clan of elves to leave Somerset followed the prophet Veloth eastward across Tamriel, and were originally called the Chimer. They eventually settled in Dwemereth, occupying many of the surface lands, while the Dwemer propagated below them. Veloth preached of the Daedra, mainly Boethia, the Prince of Plots. In this time they were known as the Velothi. At the height of the War of the First Council, when the Chimer and the Dwemer took up swords against each other, the Chimer were transformed into the Dunmer. Their skin was turned ashen grey, a distinct change from their previous golden hue. This is attributed to the punishment from Azura, one of the other good Daedra that the Velothi worshipped. Falmer. The snow, or ice, elves have a sad story indeed. Originally leaving Somerset, they settled in Skyrim before the coming of the Nords. They had a high artistic culture which rivaled that of even the High Elves back home. After the arrival of the exiles from Atmora, the Falmer and the Nords lived in peace for a time. There are differing opinions as to what brought on the horrific event, but the event known as the Night of Tears would fracture the two races permanently. Ysgramor and his 500 companions launched a campaign to erase the Falmer from Tamriel, and largely succeeded. The Falmer who were able to keep their lives retreated underground to live in the Dwemer. Live with the Dwemer, presumably. Some say that the Dwemer made slaves of them, that they didn't trust the Falmer, and introduced poisonous fungi into their food, which blinded them over time. Just when tensions rose to a climax, when the War of the Crag was about to begin between the Falmer and the Dwemer... Let me try this again. Just when tensions rose to a climax, when the War of the Crag was about to begin between the Falmer and the Dwemer mysteriously disappeared. Orsimer. Though they don't look it, the orcs were originally elves. Supposedly, when the Daedric prince Boethia defeated the Aldmeri god Trinimac was transformed into the prince we now know as Malakath. When this happened, all of Trinimac's most loyal followers were transformed with him, becoming the Orsimer, which translates to pariah folk. Many of the other Daedric princes do not consider Malakath to be one of them, but that fits in rather nicely with being spurned or ostracized. When the Yokudans came to Tamriel and pushed the Orsimer out of Hammerfell, the orcs made for themselves a home in High Rock. This small sovereign province is known as Orsinium, high in the Hrothgarian mountains. Throughout history, the Orsimer have been hated and invaded with great prejudice. Some view them as no different from beasts. They do, however, have a sophisticated culture and great prowess in honor in battle. Maormer. The Sea Elves are a reclusive race of elves who live on the island of Piandonia, south of Tamriel. Not much is known about them. The Maormer practice unique magic that allows them to tame sea serpents. The end. Alright everyone, that concludes our episode and our play session for today. So tomorrow morning, we will begin our trek to Windhelm and the final confrontation with the Stormcloaks and with Ulfric, Slayer of Kings. Good night everyone.